Hi, welcome to SVR Sports Picks. He's Mike Brenner. I'm Peter Loshak. We are the odds couple. We are talking right now with Doug Upstone. This is the false favorites and top dogs show for the wild card round of the NFL playoffs. Tough lines, just 4 games. Doug Upstone, of course, was profitable overall in the regular season this year in the NFL once again. Nice job, Doug Upstone. Tough lines with the wild card, though, right?
Yeah, well, you don't have as many choices, but actually there's 2 in particular I really like, and I'm going to talk about a third one that I think that's worth taking a look at.
All right, one of them's got to be Detroit.
Okay, before we get too deep, though, hey, Doug, this is Mike Brenner. I just want to wish you a happy new year and hope that you and your family have a wonderful 2017, my friend. It's been a pleasure working with you. I needed to get that out there.
Well, I appreciate that, Michael. And yes, my sentiments are exactly the same. It's been a nice change up, to have 2 people to bounce things off of. So, yeah, it's been great. And I know your number of views that you guys get on a daily basis on your show are absolutely outstanding. So, continued success to both of you as well.
Wow.
Oh, thanks so much, Doug
Kind
Upstone.
words from a kind man.
Doug Upstone. All right, so let's go to Doug Upstone. What is your first false favorite or top dog for the wild card round in the NFL playoffs? I guarantee you, Mike Brenner, one of them is going to be Detroit.
I knew you were going to say it.
Yeah.
Oh, Peter, you know what? You finally got one right.
Hey, there we go. Dennis, did you hear that? Uh-oh, Dennis is okay. He's cracking
guys,
up.
Both teams come into this. Neither team's playing their best football. At the present time, Detroit had a chance to win the division for the first time in 23 years, and instead finished 0-3 and 0-4 against the spread. But Seattle also could have been the number 2 seed and been off this week, but by closing 2-2 and 1-3 against the spread, that's out the window. Yet, the betting public has taken Seattle from -7 to -8. Now, I think that's a little bit based on prior history because if you look at their ATS record this year at home, they're only 4-3-1 against the number, and that correlates correlates very similar to last year where they were 4-4 against the spread. I decided to do some quick research before I did this article and video to look at teams that come into the playoffs having lost 3 or 4 against the spread. And what I found is the last 4 teams to do that, that team is 4-0 against the number. I'm not saying that's a big thing to look at as far as a number of it, but I think it's still noteworthy, and I think it's worth considering. So I got Detroit as a live dog at plus 7.5 or +8. I'm ready to go with the Lions.
It's actually +8 market wide now, so makes sense to me.
Guess what, Pete? Guess who he's with on that one? You already know. I called that one as well. I love it. Give me Detroit +8. I'm jumping in with you, Doug. If I can just jump in there. All right, Stafford gets another week to get that finger healed. The betting public, and I think that line moved because everybody thinks, oh, well, they lost last week to the Packers. We got to go against them. All right, this is a Seattle team whose coach said since he's been in Seattle, they've never gone into the playoffs with so much inconsistency and so much question marks and so much lack of motivation. So when Pete Carroll speaks, I listen. And ever since Earl Thomas, I'm telling you, that defense is not the same. You got Sherman arguing with reporters. You got 2 players that were absolutely fighting on the sidelines this week. That team is a mess. And I mean, if you're letting San Francisco almost, creep in there and get a win, 25-23. All right, I'll take Detroit in the points. And guess what? I think I'll take Detroit as a sleeper to go in and get the outright win.
Might happen. All right. Doug Upstone and Mike Brenner in agreement with Detroit. Now let's go on to Doug Upstone's second top dog or false fave. I'm assuming that just 10 points in any wild card game is going to be a track Doug Upstone.
Nope.
I think Miami's going to be his second
I
one.
hope not.
It will not be. Instead, I'm going to go with a total that's going, I think, in the right direction. And this one's not too hard to figure. We got the Oakland Raiders and the Houston Texans going under. Okay, and the reason, it's not, like I said, it's not hard to figure. You got the quarterback situation for both teams that is absolutely ugly. There's nothing about any quarterback that's going to play that's going to inspire anything, and the line has acted accordingly going down. Even when the starting quarterbacks are announced, I don't think they'll have any impact on the line or on the total at all. And I think both coaches are going to live and die with the running game in the trenches to get the job done. They'll throw if necessary and hope there's no turnovers. Okay. Otherwise, I think this is an easy under, probably more in the realm of a 16-13. 14-13 type game. I just don't see any points in this one. That's why I think the public, and I'm backing what the public's doing this one, going under.
All right. Well, it's 36.5. There's still some 37s, though, so look ready with under
low.
37 on Oakland, Houston.
And you know what? As low as that is, Pete, I like that breakdown because, again, you got one team that knows they have a solid defense. You got the other team that not only are they a mess at quarterback because McGloin wasn't the answer, the whole year the thorn in their side was his defense, all right? Now, Derek Carr played over his head. I mean, he's a great quarterback. He's getting there, all right? He's a leader. But there's a big difference when you don't have that leader in the huddle. So now they're going to have to lean on defense, and Jack Del Rio is a defensive specialist. He's still puzzled of why this defense is not consistent. I think if Oakland thinks they have any chance of winning it, they got to lock down on D. And Houston already has that defense, so that under makes a hell of a lot of sense. I like that. But I will say, for one team, it's their last game. For the other one, it's their second to last because both of them will be gone the following week.
All right, Doug Upstone, nice breakdown, nice analysis. What's your third top dog or false favorite for the wild card round of the NFL?
I got another top dog. Now, I'll admit, of the three choices, this is my least favorite, but hear me out anyways. And it's going to be on the New York Giants.
Oh,
now,
come on,
Green
Doug. Doug, please. Okay, I'm going to let you finish it, though.
Okay, yeah, it's okay. We can disagree. It's all right. Now, Green Bay is attracting a lot of attention, as well they should do. I mean, Aaron Rodgers is white hot. The Packers have won 6 in a row. They look really good. The only thing is that, look at this, you look at the better defensive team, no question about it. It's the New York Giants, okay? They're absolutely superior, and they have the secondary that can slow the Packers' passing game down. And if they eliminate the running game like they have been doing for, 3 months now? I mean, I think the Packers could be in some trouble at, 4.5. So that comes into play. Offensively, we know the Giants are extremely mediocre. But the thing that comes into play, at least in my mind, is 2 or 3 passes of length to Odell Beckham against that depleted secondary. Boy, I don't know. I think the Giants got a chance here. Now, when you go a little bit further, since Eli Manning has been the quarterback with the Giants, twice he's gone into Green Bay in the playoffs and come away a winner. The Giants are 11-2 against the spread as a wild card team, and the Packers in their last 5 playoff home games are 1-3-1 against the spread. Again, not a big play, but I like the Giants here at plus 4.5.
All right.
Okay, and I respect that that's not your big play. And that breakdown and everything you say, the way your insight and how you analyzed it, it's totally correct. Because I was telling, in one of our videos, this is that year that the New York Giants, the same way they won those last 2 Super Bowl, quietly under the radar, but when no one gives them a chance, they are set up that way. And what you said about Odell Beckham, it only takes a couple with that secondary that is depleted. All right, I totally agree. And this is just one of those years where I think the stats, the analytics, those type of measurements, I think got to go. And the reason is, had this game been in New York, Doug, I'd be all over this and I would say yes. But the fact that Aaron Rodgers, and Pete alluded to this several times, said, hey, we got to run the table to have a chance. And by God, they did it. Emotion and momentum is too damn strong. I got a feeling here that it's just going to continue. Throw weather on top because Eli, and I know he's gone in there and gotten 2 wins in the playoffs, and I respect that. But this is that year where the way these two this team put their nose to the grindstone and they got it done. I don't think the Giants are strong enough on the road to do that. So that's my take on it. And that's why I'm going with Green Bay.
Yeah.
And, again, just anything could happen. But
sure.
Damn it, when you call, hey, and you say, we got to run the table, and then you do it, that's huge. This home crowd is going to be freaking going crazy. I want to dive into the damn audience after a touchdown. I'm so fired up.
All right. Tough game. Could go either way. Mike Brenner and
head-to-head, baby.
Doug Upstone head-to-head, but both very respectful of the other's opinion.
He's
And
going to buy me a drink, and I'll buy him one.
It's a lukewarm head-to-head. All right, Doug Upstone. 3 nice calls in the wild card round of the NFL. As always, Doug Upstone, love talking to you, and we'll talk to you again next week for the divisional round of the play.
Go to SBRodds.com. Browse, compare, and shop live odds available at top online sportsbooks.